Okay, we are back in Friendsim 2. Let's do a quick recap of the commands here. Oop. Okay, yep. Discuss, view, clear, escape. So escape is kind of like the easy one-stop button to win for the people that can't really do the hacking minigame, but that should be fine by me. So, which will end this and move the story along.
Self-voicing enabled. You're about to let Malik know that you feel like you're comfortable moving on to the next part of the process when Tajiri comes running into the room, his eyes frantic.
We need to get out of here!
We're not even close to ready yet.
No, we're leaving. Palipa was checking local radio traffic and we picked up a series of encoded burst transmissions. We can't decode them, but you know what this means.
Malik's face goes pale and he starts rushing to each of the computers and entering a quick series of keystrokes. What? What does that mean?
It means they're about to raid something nearby.
It can't be a coincidence. Judging by the volume of transmissions, this isn't just a small-scale operation.
Get down to the van. I'll be there in just a second.
Tajiri doesn't move.
We're staying together on this one. One reed bends and breaks. A bundle of reeds is strong.
Okay. I just need to trip the failsafe and then we can go.
Malik grabs a small laptop, husk top, and then walks over to the nearby closet, opens it up, and pulls a switch down. In a second, you can smell the ozone scent of burning electrical wiring.
Done. That's all the data cores. Fuck. That is a sweep of work gone.
They have a backup or something, right? They're not gonna have to start over completely?
I've got backups of the important stuff in the van and on this husk top. It's fine. Work can be redone. Better that than having them track down everyone we're working with.
The walk down to the alleyway is tense and silent. Tajiri keeps fiddling with his rifle and Malik clutches the husk top close to his chest. Any moment, you're expecting the power to cut off and the gunfire to start. 3. Self-voicing disabled.
Okay. This is my last message, but I'm still out here. Never stop fighting, never let them win, but lose hope. You are not alone. Ooh, snake prices temporarily deactivate weapon.
Self-voicing enabled. Finally, the door to the alleyway swings open and you walk out into the moonlight again.
Good, you're ready. We need to get going.
Hey, you need to talk to her really quick about.
We can talk on the way over. Right now, you get in the van.
You jump into the back of the van, crammed into the space with Tajiri, Palapa, and what appears to be every piece of gear they could carry in the time you and Malik were working on the computer systems. With a sharp cough of exhaust, the van starts up and rolls slowly to the end of the alley, bumping over the uneven pavement. You really hope there aren't drones looking for them. The bullet-riddled van probably isn't the most inconspicuous thing ever.
It's more common than you think.
After a half hour or so of riding in tense silence, it seems like you're at least out of the city enough that it's unlikely the legislators are on your tail. The hills roll by around you, scheming past in a blur as Malik drives further and further into the countryside. You're a little disoriented, but you think that this is a different direction than the Jade Caverns. Here the terrain gets rocky, with the biggest plants being scrub brush that juts up from the hostile landscape defiantly.
There's a certain beauty to it, isn't there?
You turn to Tajiri and nod. Yeah, you guess there is. You know, in spite of all the hostile, everything.
She looked for you, you know, after you disappeared.
He nods in the direction of Palapa, who shrugs up against the window of the van, pretending she can't hear him. Tajiri leans in and his voice drops.
She never cared much about flushed or pitched relationships, so pale ones meant all that much more to her. When you disappeared, she was scared at first.
Wasn't scared.
Palapa scrunches up her nose and keeps looking out the window.
Well, She was worried that something had happened to you. Your adaptability to Alternia was somewhat in question. When we couldn't find you, we assumed the worst.
It doesn't matter, I'm over it. We can talk about feelings later, when we're done.
Tajiri shrugs and doesn't press the issue, falling once more into a tense silence as the time passes and the countryside rolls by outside, bringing you ever closer to the fleet compound. After what feels like a couple hours, you finally feel the van slowing down, then rolling to a stop. Malik cuts the engine and turns around in his seat to look at the three of you sitting in the back.
We're here. This is about as close as we're getting without alerting a whole bunch of nasty folks.
You step out of the van. It feels so good to stretch your legs after sitting down for so long, and look around. Off in the distance, you can see the fleet compound stretching out, sprawling over the terrain around it. Looming over the complex below are a pair of extremely threatening spaceships.
Alternian warships. Don't even have names yet.
He says that like it's significant somehow, but you have no idea why.
The ships that are built on Alternia. They'll be named once they're fully crewed up and launch. After that, they'll never come back to Alternia again. Might not even come back to the system again.
Oh, wow, that sounds kinda depressing.
Yeah, well, doesn't matter, because we have work to do. You need to get in there, with Malik. Don't fucking argue.
You settle back into the van with Malik, who hands you a husk top of your very own.
Okay, time to get going. We need to make sure they're able to get inside. Most of the compound is automated, so we'll break the security. I need you to find the personnel roster IP, like I showed you. Once you're connected to that, use the netmole command to open up a tunnel into their roster system.
Welcome to Troll OSV 11.11a, dash, type help for command information, dash. Welcome to Troll OSV 11. Welcome to Troll OSV. Welcome to Troll OSV 11.11a, dash, type help for command information, dash. Polipot, doesn't fucking close. Welcome to Troll OSV 11.11a, dash, type help for command information, dash, list, error, command not recognized, dash, d. Welcome to Troll OSV 11.11a, dash, type help for command information, ops underscore power system Z, ops underscore operation Z, ops underscore securicum Z, local files, dash, connect and local files, connected to local files, dash, dir, dash viewkey.hash netmole small fade rank sergeant underscore 1 assign FST underscore 3 user Tajiri underscore Calbur rank legislacerator underscore 2 assign FST underscore 3 equals 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 user Tajiri underscore Calbur rank legislacerator underscore 2 assign FST underscore 3 equals 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 quick save slot to save slot self voicing disabled.
If I load, will it actually reset the timer? Ha! It does. Look at that. Okay. Warning, reports of rebel operations revive. Be advised, no attempt to target one of the systems. Report all unusual activities to watch. Looking for. Okay, that's the interesting one. Back, get to the wolf. Records back to controller, to the wolf, and okay, whatever. Fire suppression security protocol sensors. We are looking for the personnel class here. But while we are here... Oh, what happens if I do something? I'm connected to that. I'm gonna jump power systems real quick to operation, see what that is. Okay. Roster, alright. Human follicle. Holy crap. Look at that. Home spinning controller. Wow. Oh, that's interesting. Fleet spinning. Second fleet operation. Personnel transfer. Expected new personnel team. Transfer of senior technician is Daja Lilac. Chief specialist within one cycle. Chief specialist Lilac will be responsible for supervising home spinning controller. The direction of fleet direct all into second fleet. Yeah. So we got connected to the personnel roster. Zip. Okay, now next mode. C and it's X and A.
Nice job, buddy.
Bam!
Looks like you got it.
We got a little plop in there too. What happened to what the hell was name? As Daja is the one that was like like that weird like RPG game thing. And then Cooper and Follicle. Follicle is the one with like the void rot. Cooper is like the guy that he like kept riding on his backpack sort of thing.
We're about to reach the security checkpoint. I would suggest preparing our new credentials as soon as possible. We are quite heavily armed, and I do not believe they will simply let us walk in unimpeded.
I need you to upload credentials to the system for them. The story is that they're a security response team. Type in deploy package security profile and they should be good to go. Just hurry, okay?
Deploy package. How do you, it's kind of handy. What am I doing here? A new credentials. We are quite heavily armed and remotely. You need to upload credentials to the system. What is that there? Security response team. Type in deploy package. Oh, security profile.
Okay, they should be all good to go.
Okay, we're past security. Let's do this.
They have yet to fully realize what's happening. Perhaps this will be simpler than we expected.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up.
Self-voicing enabled. You watch on the security system as the two of them move through the complex, heading closer and closer to their goal. As they approach a fixed guard post, one of the trolls there orders them to stop.
Greetings. I am Legislator Calber, and this is Sergeant Gozy of the Fleet Security Team. We are conducting a routine security sweep.
We're heading to check the armory.
You can see the guard on the monitors, checking something on a nearby console, and for a second, you're worried that Palapa is going to do something really stupid, but Tajiri shifts over and bumps her shoulder and she relaxes. The guard nods and waves a hand absently.
We just need to clear the way to the armory. There is a security system in place. Remember, you and I need to take it down at the same time.
We're nearing the armory.
Okay, remember how I taught you to use the mole. Log into the secure server for the armory security system. You can use the netmole the same way you did in training, once you're connected to the security system IP.
Welcome to Troll OSV 11. Save slot. Save. Close menu. Welcome to Troll OSV 11.11a. Welcome to Troll OSV 11.11a. Dash.
So what do we
Type
have
help.
here?
Tesias. This
Oh,
is
we're gonna-
self-voicing disabled.
I there's thing. You're the way to the there's a security system. You take it down to the phone, the mirror the armory. Log into the secure server for the armory. Security system. Okay. Now I believe the armory is AES 9. Yep. Alright, which one did we want? Armory security system. Security system. Okay, security system. Actually, right. Okay.
I never knew you were so good at this stuff. Kinda hot, actually.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything. Nice job. Now you need to deploy the finished package to take out security.
Well, what now? You remind Malik that you never actually got to finish training on those ingredients.
Oh, yeah. Well, just type deploy package worm and that should do it.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Nice one.
We're inside. Time to do some shopping.
Self-voicing enabled. Palapa begins to walk from shelf to shelf in the armory, taking down items you mostly can't make out, hard-shelled containers you assume are filled with firearms and explosives and all kinds of dangerous stuff. And then, all of a sudden, the security camera's feed goes black. That's not supposed to happen, is it?
No, something changed. The system automatically switched over to another encryption protocol, which means they suspect something. Tagiri, Palipa, you need to move really quickly here.
They don't answer right away, and when they do, it's not directed at you or Malik.
We're doing a routine check.
If you'll just check the security. What are you doing?
What the hell just happened?
Okay, that's it. You can't just leave them like this. You need to go do something. You scramble down the hillside, moving as fast as you can without heading into an uncontrollable roll down the rocky slope. Life, taking the last bit in a slide, you run forward across the hard scrabble. Life, looks like the base is looming up ahead, just a few short yards away. Life, move by clicking the left mouse and dragging, or using the arrow keys, attack with the right mouse or X key, Skyla and Cone only.
Skyla and Cone, all that not here.
Life.
Hey, Robo Buddy, you good? You don't need to do this.
Life, No, you absolutely do need to do this. Life. You just hope he's got a hell of an escape plan.
Oh yeah, it's a real fucking hell of a plan. Just get those two idiots back out of the compound in one piece.
Life.
Can we go down or up or anything?
The door at the front of the base is unlocked, it opens with a hiss of hydraulics and you slip inside. It's not hard to figure out where to go, basically you're just following the sounds of gunfire echoing down the corridor. You don't know how much longer this is gonna last.
Hey, Robo-Buddy, I'm working on something to help you out. Just get those two out of there, okay?
Up ahead, you can see where the corridor turns toward the guard post you saw on the monitors before. You peer around the corner and... oh shit. They're still very much active and very much shooting at you. Fuck. No, this can't be happening. You close your eyes, and you try once more to summon the powers you used to have. Maybe if you concentrate hard enough. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Come on, we need to get to Tagiri.
Holy fucking shit.
We don't have time for this, let's go!
Palapa leads you along, down the corridors leading to the armory.
We need to get to Giri, and we need to grab what we can from the armory.
When you arrive, you see Tajiri is slumped over against the ground. Oh no. Is he?
I'm not dead. Just took a couple hits.
That's not much better.
I'll live. Just need to get this done.
I need you to pile as much stuff on that cart as you can. I'll help Tagiri while you do.
Okay, stuff, yeah, you definitely know what stuff you need to grab. You know lots and lots about weapons and explosives and such.
I'll tell you, just be my hands here.
You run around the room grabbing everything that Palapa tells you to and piling it onto a rolling cart. When you're done, you give Palapa a nod.
Okay, good. Let's get the hell out of here. Malik, I hope you've got a plan.
I'm working on something now. Just get out of there in one piece.
We're working on it.
Oh, God. Oh, this hurts a lot.
You've got this. Doesn't a warrior need to be tough?
A warrior needs to lie down and rest for a while.
Not yet.
You hurry along behind Palapa, keeping pace with her as best you can. You're not sure how she moves so quickly while also dragging Tajiri and all his gear, but she's managing it.
I work out.
You reach the guard post again and try very hard not to look at the bullet-riddled, blood-splattered windows. When you get out of this, you swear you need to find something that doesn't involve any blood, no blood at all.
Keep your shit together, just a little further.
Please, I need you to stop for a minute.
Tagiri, I mean this in the nicest possible way. If we stop, you're fucking dead. I need to properly stabilize your wounds.
Are you almost clear? I've got this package ready to go.
Give me 2 fucking minutes.
Life. As you burst out of the door, you look back, desperately hoping no one is following you.
You doing okay?
Life. Yeah, you're doing fine.
I was talking to Tagiri.
I'm in a significant amount of pain. However, I believe I can endure.
Good, because we aren't fucking stopping.
Life. Palapa stops and sets Tajiri down gently, pushing in to stop the bleeding.
You still hanging in there?
Life. He nods and grits his teeth. Life. Blood seeps through Palapa's fingers as she presses in on Tajiri's wounds. Life.
Wait! Stop! I just...
Life. Palapa sets Tajiri down and leans over him. You can barely make out what she's saying.
Tagiri, when we get out of here, I promise we'll go somewhere where we can just relax. Even if we're on the run, we'll find somewhere to rest.
Life. Up ahead, you can see the hill leading back to where the van is parked.
Almost there.
Perhaps when we get out of here, a brief rest is in order.
Life? Yeah, you could use a vacation.
Interesting. You will tell me more of this vacation concept later.
Now is really not the time to have this conversation. Hey, Malik, you ready up there?
Yeah, whenever you are. My thing is ready to go.
Life. This time, no one says anything. Palapa simply stops and tends to Tajiri's injuries. Life. Her hands are quick, businesslike, as she presses in to stop the bleeding again. Life. You manage to avoid the last of the guards that weren't redirected by the sounds of gunfire and get back up the hill to where the van waits. Palapa drags Tajiri over to the van and slings him inside. Palapa comes back and shoves the rolling cart up against the side of the van and begins quickly unloading the hardened plastic cases into the side door.
I won't say you can't fight without weapons, but weapons help. Anyone wants to fight should be able to.
She finishes tossing the last of the cases into the van and shoves the cart off. Finally, she steps into the van's doorway and smiles at you.
I've gotta go check on my Muriel.
One last thing to do to make sure that no one comes after us. Okay, let's do this.
With a quick flicker, every single light in the compound below switches off.
Fuck yeah! Shut off their entire power grid. It'll be a half hour before they can get that shit back online at least. Gives us plenty of time to get away.
Wow, that was a really smart plan. Malik blushes and grins.
Yeah, well, I have my moments from time to time.
With the power out, it's almost pretty. The stars and the moons overhead light up the sky, and down below everything is dark and quiet. Well, maybe not quiet exactly so much as the sounds of alarms and soldiers shouting are distant and disconnected.
I really appreciate everything you did, you know. I think we'd all be dead by now if you hadn't showed up. You were right. This is worth it. Even if it's hard, it's something that matters. These weapons, they'll help us a lot. We can rebuild our hideout, head to another safe house, and start again. We're alive to fight. And it's all thanks to you. So, thank you.
Malik smiles, broad and warm, and his face is all ablaze with cerulean. You realize just how much you missed him while you were gone.
We should check on Tajiri.
Back inside the van, Tajiri is looking pretty okay for someone who just lost, presumably, a fair amount of blood. You're reminded of just how resilient Alternians can be. He's also changed out of the bloody clothes he had on before, so that's nice. Palapa, on the other hand.
Bloody Clothessi. Clothesse? Just a funny typo there.
Well, the valiant warrior returns from the fray unharmed. I must commend you. You really saved my ass back there.
He smiles weakly, still clearly in pain. Hey, no problem. What are friends for?
Look, I'm happy you helped me save him. Don't know what I would do without him.
She blushes a little and shifts her body armor.
So, what's your next move?
Well, you hadn't thought that far ahead, actually. You're kind of playing this whole thing by ear.
Maybe not the best plan, but if it works...
Oh no, it mostly doesn't.
When you've made peace with your aimless way of life, perhaps you should find us again, if a sense of meaning and purpose is what you're looking for.
Well, that all sounds great and everything, but... self-voicing disabled.
People oppressed by the Empire. We have struck a blow that will fuel our vengeance on the Empire. The time has come to claim what's yours by right. Never stop fighting. Smoke the fire. Okay.
Self-voicing enabled. You stop mid-sentence, because out of the open door of the van you see something moving around outside, not too far away. Someone moving around. Someone you think you recognize.
Is it, Cooperman Follicle, or... what the hell were the names?
Look, you'll catch up with them all later. Get somewhere safe and you'll be in touch, but there's something you have to do right now.
Safe journeys, fellow warrior. We shall meet again.
Stay safe, Robo-Buddy.
Don't die.
As the van rolls off quietly into the night, you follow after the movement you saw. It doesn't take long before you find the source of it. Triza, Konye. Marsty,
Oh, hey.
Triza. Self-voicing disabled.
Didn't think they'd bring them back. Another rebel attack of cowards who don't want to serve the Empire.
Self-voicing enabled. Marsty glares at you.
Yep, I would save our data again. I do like Marcy though, so that's kind of a kick in the teeth.
So, how about that? How about them? You know what? For once in your life, you're completely a loss for words. Looks like these two are here for something specific, probably something down in the base there. The base you just finished assaulting. Yeah, looks like you're doing this thing.
Arming the rebellion. Guns and lots of guns. Alright.
Volume 9, A Finely Machined Revolution. Armed themselves for revolution. Writing: Jonah Uriley. Voice cast: Anna Marcus, Theseus. Casey Mongillo, Tajiri. CL, Malek. Jonah Uriley, Gun Dealer, Scratch. Juniper Stokes, Palapa. Sprite Artists: P. Pamda, Malek, Tajiri, Palapa. Do you want to save your progress so far? Yeah, save slot 5, save, close. Miss Barr's journey will continue in Volume 10, Beneath the Veil of Stars. Continue to the next volume. This route contains content warnings for depiction and discussion of state/institutional violence, body horror, depiction and discussion of death, loss of bodily autonomy, non-consensual body modification, loss of self. Route has action sequences. Player discretion is advised.
Okay.
You've gotten pretty good at expecting basically anything to happen all the time. You've gotten pretty good at expecting basically anything to happen all the time. It's basically the only way for you to get by anymore. But as far as things go, Konya and Marsty working together on anything wasn't really on the list. After what happened on the airfield. After Konya killed all those people.
Whoops.
You must have said that last bit out loud, because you see a look of anger flash across Marsty's face. That's not exactly surprising.
Yeah, and Marcy's mad at me. I mean, geez, look at that.
What is surprising is the look of hurt that you see in Konya's eyes. Does she actually feel regret over what happened?
That's stupid. We only did what we had to.
You're not going to say this to her face, but it doesn't sound like she believes that. Before you can ponder this any further, Marsty cuts in, her tone angry.
Look, I already told you. This is an arrangement of necessity. Nothing more. As soon as I find her, we're done.
Her in this case being Folicle, of course. Marsty nods.
Yeah, say whatever dumb shit you want, but I'm getting her out.
That reminds you, what's going on down there, anyway? You didn't really have a chance to look around before things started exploding and catching on fire and everything.
Don't worry about it. Let's just get down the hill first.
Live? Wait, they're just going to walk right in?
That's the idea.
The compound is in chaos from the attack. We'll be fine.
Live, move by clicking the left mouse and dragging, or using the arrow keys, attack with the right mouse or X key, Skyla and Konya only. Live.
Okay.
Live, you're not sure about this, you've got a bad feeling.
Oh, you've got a feeling. Look, they've got a feeling.
Shut the fuck up. You don't get to talk to me like this.
Live,
Oh, jeez.
Konya huffs and turns away from Marsty.
Fine.
Life.
Why are you even here? Seems like you always pop up in the worst places.
Well, you were helping some friends out, as a matter of fact. Marcy eyes you coldly and shakes her head.
Sure, doesn't matter. We need to get inside, and you and your friends might have given us a way in.
Well, you're here to help. Marcy doesn't respond to this right away.
Can you both shut up? I'm trying to think here.
Something you're now very concerned with, I see?
Fuck you, I said I was sorry.
You think that apologizing will help? Are you out of your fucking mind?
You're about to step in between them and once again ask if everyone can please just get along when you feel something tugging at you. Like, physically pulling you to one side. You can't move an inch and you now appear to be hovering a few feet off the ground.
Halt!
Uh-oh.
Who goes there?
Oh, hey, it's Daja, and from what we saw in the files, he is commanding Follicle and Kuprum. I keep thinking that Follicle's last name is Kuprum, but whatever. We'll figure it out.
Something familiar about that voice.
If you don't identify yourselves, I'll be forced to take immediate action.
Wait a minute.
Daja?
That's what he looks like now?
Wait, Connell?
That feeling of restraint immediately disappears and you fall to the ground. It's been a while since you've had to endure some good old-fashioned physical torment. In front of you, you see yet another of your old friends. It's Daja.
Connell? What are you doing here?
Yeah, he's completely ignoring you. Konya doesn't run to him, instead, she walks up slowly, as if she can't believe this is happening. Her mouth is hanging open.
It's you!
It is indeed me, in the flesh.
You fucking asshole!
She reaches out and punches him on the shoulder, but it's only a gesture. Daja takes it in stride, grinning at her and shifting back on his feet.
I missed you too. I see you've brought friends.
I'm not her fucking friend.
Ah, of course. Understandable. She has this effect on people sometimes.
Konya glares at him, but her whole demeanor has changed. She actually seems relaxed for once.
Shut up!
But really, what are you doing here? I haven't seen you since you were recruited.
He says that last word like it doesn't mean what you normally associate it with. Which makes sense, given that it just seems to be a shorthand for violently conscripted here on Alternia.
Well, I got out, thanks to this asshole.
From the gesture she makes in your direction you gather that she's talking about you. You are, in fact, the asshole in this particular situation. Daja laughs.
Of course. I hadn't expected to see them again, but fate has a way of making fools of us for our assumptions, it seems.
Daja turns to you and nods, but he doesn't say anything to you directly. He's still talking to Konya.
But why are you back? Especially if you're on the run from the army.
Oh, please. Army won't do shit. Not after what we did up there.
Ah, of course. That's the mate sprit I know and love. But why are you here?
To fucking rescue you? Your pan get fried out here?
My pan is just fine, thank you. Perhaps even better than normal. But why would I want to leave?
Oh god fucking damn it. You're so sick of having to have this conversation with everyone you run into. It's always why should I leave, or why should I fight against the Empire, why can't you have just one friend who just wants to hang? Specifically, hang in the sense of leave Alternia forever.
I'm not going to entertain this.
Wait, what?
This may be one of the most boring assignments I've ever had. All I do is run system diagnostics and babysit Helmsman and the controller in that ship over there.
Helmsman's Follicle. I should know that because I just see the stuff, but let's see if that actually gives me a relevant option.
Daja hooks a thumb toward the massive warship looming in the distance.
But this isn't a bad life. It's not like I'm being hooked up like either of those two.
Oh, come on, Daja. You should come with me. It'll be like old times.
You wait a goddamn minute.
Marsty's voice is colder than you think you've ever heard. She's shaking with barely concealed anger.
You owe me. After what happened up there. You know that, right?
Konya looks at her, but she doesn't say anything.
What is she talking about, Connell? What the hell is going on here?
When she doesn't respond, Ace Daja turns to you and glares.
You had something to do with this, didn't you?
Not in the way he might think.
Daja, look, she's right. I owe her this.
Ace Daja throws his arms up in the air and shakes his head, laughing again.
Sure, why the fuck not? What was your plan?
Don't talk to me like that.
Connell, you were going to walk into one of the most secure fleet facilities on Alternia. And for what, precisely?
We're here to get Follicle Durian.
Wait, the controller?
I don't know. I just know she was assigned to this ship.
Ace Daja looks back and forth from Konya to Marsty, then steps in and puts a hand on Konya's shoulder.
I need to speak with you for a moment.
So, you look over at Marsty, trying to strike up a conversation. She found out exactly where Follicle is. Marsty nods.
Yes. And her Moirail.
Oh yeah, Kyprum. She doesn't seem to think much of him, huh?
It's not my business who her Moirail is.
Hey Yai, while we're on the subject of quadrants, does she, are she and Follicle, like, a thing?
A thing? You mean are we in a quadrant together?
Yeah, that. Marsty squints at you.
Why would that be important?
So is this some kind of rescue your beloved and make a desperate love confession kind of scenario? Because, not gonna lie, that feels a little bit inappropriate here.
What the fuck are you talking about? Have you been listening to anything I've been saying?
Ace Daja finishes up his whispered conversation with Konya and walks back over to where you're standing with Marsty.
Connell told me about your plan. It's a horrible plan. You'd be killed halfway through, even with the outer facility in chaos. Even if I'm willing to look the other way on this to an extent, not everyone will be so lenient.
Oh, huh. Does he have a better plan?
Yes, actually. If you're serious about getting to the controller, of course.
Of course I'm serious.
Then you need to understand how things work around here. Me? I'm well known. If you're with me, no one will look twice at you. Just a couple grunts assigned to security detail. So come with me, stay close by, and don't draw too much attention.
As you walk with Ace Daja back toward the fleet compound, you can't help but stare at the hulking form of the warship in the distance. So, what's the deal with that thing, anyway? All you know is that it's a warship and it doesn't have a name.
Correct. The tradition is to honor the ship with a name when they enter service for the Empire. And then, once it's fully crewed, it'll launch and never return to Alternia again.
Oh, that sounds kind of depressing. And he's going to be a part of the crew? Ace Daja shrugs again and glances over at Konya nervously.
Yes, that's the idea. Not that I have much choice in the matter, but it is substantially better than the alternatives. It is vitally important that all of you remain on your best behavior as we make our way further inside.
Oh yeah, you're sure that you'll all be super duper nice?
Speak for yourself.
Connell, I'm serious. A lot of this complex is automated, and that includes the security systems. This isn't a fight you'll be able to win.
As you walk back past the guard post from before, your stomach does a little flip and you fight back the urge to throw up.
After that little stunt, the entire compound has gone on high security. It will, ironically, be easier to go about your business once we're inside the perimeter of the dry lock.
The four of you come out the other side of a heavy blast door and into an open courtyard that stretches out for a few hundred feet. You can't help but feel extremely vulnerable out in the open like this.
As you should. Automated systems are trained on you as we speak. It is only through my protections that you've managed to stay alive. The automated systems are trained to recognize me as one of their senior technicians.
Oh. That sounds fancy.
It is, in fact, quite fancy.
Astaja stops in front of another heavy blast door. Looking up, you can see that this is right next to the nameless ship. So this must be the dry dock or dry lock or whatever he called it. Hey, why do they call it that anyway? Space isn't wet to begin with.
A term that dates back to the days when the Empress's great fleet of warships faced off against the Gamblignants on the high seas. Anachronistic, but charming. Now, if you'll excuse me.
The next thing isn't said to you, but to a speaker to one side of the door.
Attention! This is Chief Specialist Astaja Nilax. I am registering a temporary authorization.
The speaker crackles to life, and even though you can't hear anything from the other end, it feels like it's listening.
I need to register 1 olive blood and 2 rust bloods for the duration of the next night cycle.
Once again, you get that strange sensation of listening, of thinking, and then there's another soft click. In front of you, a much louder sound of what you assume are locks disengaging. The doors slide open with the faint sound of metal grinding on metal from where the frame is misaligned or the door isn't quite true. Before you, the cold metal of the corridors of the dry dock stretch out.
You'll have the run of the place. For the most part. Avoid restricted areas, unless you want to die suddenly and tragically. And keep in mind that you've got 1 cycle, and then you'll be considered a threat again.
Wait, what? Why not just give you more time? Astaja shakes his head and laughs at you.
The system doesn't allow that. Not at my authorization level anyways. 1 cycle. That's it.
Astaja starts to walk forward, followed by Konya, who seems to want mostly to catch up with her mate Sprit right now. Wait a minute. What are you supposed to do now? Astaja turns and glances at you with a look of barely concealed disdain.
I couldn't care less what you do. Just stay out of my hair while I work.
Oh, okay. Well, looks like it's just you and Marsty again. Oh wait, she's following them too.
I need to know where she is. You wouldn't understand.
Well, shit. Now where are you supposed to go? Save slots. Save. Close.
Let's
Find Marsty.
Those two.
Find Astaja and Konya.
They're just chatting somewhere.
Find Marsty. You decide to head down the corridor after Marsty as she goes to find Foligl. You quickly catch up to her, matching pace to walk up beside her.
Oh good, you're here. I don't know what I would have done without you.
Of course. You're happy to be. Oh wait. Sarcasm again? Marsty nods and shakes her head.
I've basically accepted that this is just my life now. At least until you're finally out of here.
Well, you're still here to help, no matter what. After all, it's time to go rescue her. You want to say her love, but that feels weird since they're...
Stop!
What? You didn't know it was that sort of a sub?
I said to stop! You keep making all these assumptions about me, but you never bother to ask me for any details. Has it occurred to you that I might be doing this for reasons other than I'm in love? Or is that all you know how to ask me?
Wait a minute, what's she saying? Marsty glares at you pointedly.
You never asked me why I'm doing this. Not even once.
She's right. Okay, you say, why is she doing this? Marsty looks you up and down before finally sighing and shaking her head.
They really made her a bit more abrasive. I mean, she was abrasive in the old game, but this is a little extra, it seems.
You know how many people are trapped in the Alternian war machine? Thousands. Hundreds of thousands. Millions. I can't save them. Can't save even a tiny fraction of them. But this is one person who I can save. I know where she is. I know she's still on world. I know I can get to her before this ship launches.
But doesn't she have feelings for Foligl? Marsty shrugs at you and her expression softens a little.
Kind of. Sure, but why should that matter? The bottom line is this is someone I know I can help. If you really want, we can talk later. But for now, either help me or stay out of my way.
You step into a room lined with electronics that have that same kind of vaguely cyberpunk vibe to them as basically everything else you've seen on Alternia so far. The whole thing feels strangely alive.
It might as well be. They're both plugged in after all.
Wait a minute, your eyes drift to the long, glass cylinder in the center of the room. It looks like there's a body floating in the middle of it, suspended in a clear liquid. You think you know where this is going. Follicles in there? But you thought she had void rot. How can she power a starship?
Not power. Void-rotted golds get plugged in to do targeting, gunnery, fire control, all that. They take power from the ship. They use their brains like a computer.
Well, that's terrible. Marcy nods, already looking around the room.
Yeah, like everything else here. Help me figure out how to get her out.
Not sure how to even start doing that. You look at everything you can find, hoping that something will jump out at you. As you're poking around the cylinder, a flash of movement catches your eye. Oh, shit, it's Follicle. Well, a small screen with her on it, anyway. Looks like Cuprum is there too, on the other side of a divider running down the screen. You look down at the screen. You're not sure if those two can hear you, but you can definitely tell that they can hear each other.
You doing that diagnostic like I asked, lol?
I'm doing what you fucking asked me to before.
Lol, doing your mom more like.
My mom is a giant beetle. You wanna fuck her? Be my guest. Your funeral.
You're no fun, Fall.
Well, it's nice to see that these two are basically the same as before.
You hear that, Fall? Sounded like a little bitch, lol.
Wait, you point at yourself?
What's the matter? You too stupid to think of a response?
No, you quickly protest. You're not stupid. You just forgot that you're now communicating in a primarily non-visual medium.
Dumbass, lol.
You're not even sure what's going on here.
What's going on is this bulge sucker doesn't know how to run a diagnostic.
Yeah, I do shut up. I just don't want to because I'm not a wiggler.
You sure do sound like one now. Do you need your lucis to tuck you in?
Fuck you.
Okay, wait a minute. You're actually, genuinely confused about what's happening right now. Why are they all wavy like this? On the screens, you mean?
Because the screens aren't fucking real. It's just a visual representation.
Of our sexy faces, that is, lol.
Yeah, sure, okay. But where are they?
In the fucking tubes.
All hooked up, getting sensually probed by her imperious condescension herself, lol.
Speak for yourself. Doesn't feel very sensual to me.
Okay, this is getting very uncomfortable, very fast. You'll be right back. You need to, talk to a person about a thing.
More like your mom's thing.
You don't really have a lucis, actually.
Oh, that's sad.
Really? That's so.
No, you dumb fuck, no one cares.
Nearby, you hear Marcy cursing to herself.
Fuck, this is ridiculous!
What's ridiculous?
Everything is locked down. There's no way I can pull her out without killing her and setting off every alarm in this facility.
That does sound pretty bad, generally speaking. Marcy rolls her eyes, but she doesn't respond to your comment.
I need to think this through. I can't just leave them in there. But pulling them out is going to be difficult. Follicle will die if she's out for too long. And I don't know how deeply embedded her moirail is.
What if you could get them both out and back together? That way, Follicle would be able to keep drawing energy from Cuprum.
That could work. Look, I'm gonna go back and see what I can find. Why don't you go around and talk to everyone? That's what you do, right?
Right.
Right. So go do it already.
Maybe you could try to find the room where the helmsman is kept. It's gotta be around here somewhere. You know what, this is a lot to keep track of. You wish you had some way to easily keep track of vital information that you uncover as you investigate the circumstances here more closely. Some kind of investigation thing. Oh, fuck, of course. You quickly pull out your palm husk and fiddle with the settings a bit. Finally, you're able to put it back into the special investigation mode that Tagora showed you back in Volume 1. Right after you first arrived on Alternia, that is. You know the drill by now. You should head around and talk to everyone you can find, maybe see if there's anything in the environment you can poke at. Although you kinda doubt there's gonna be a trial at the end of all of this, that feels like a gimmick that's probably only good for one decent use. Location. You walk back to the helmsman room, only to find Ace Daja standing there, contemplating some kind of readout or other.
Ah, I see you've decided to return. What's your purpose here?
Well, you mostly wanted to help your friends. Specifically, the friends that retrapped inside a warship.
Help them... how, precisely?
You're not sure that you want to try to explain this to Ace Daja right now. Something makes it feel like that would be a really bad idea, actually. Nothing in particular, you add. Just talking to them and such.
Well, that would be... acceptable.
Okay, I'm gonna save it here.
Save. Next save slot. Close.
Deal with this next time. So till next time.
That's it for now.